Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Colin, what happened last time?
We went to talk to Dragonhawk, and he intimidated us. And then we talked to Kadric and Bajak. And
who also intimidated you?
They
deeply
did not intimidate us. They worried us by lying to us that and telling us that they were going to go home. Ari had a conversation with Mrs. Brightdoom, and we decided we were going to begin our resting process to get ready for whatever is to come. And after the change of the watch, Ezri woke Shade up, who would then later awaken us to inform us of the figures at the base of the stairs being kept out by Ezri's wall o' branches. And now we are there, very well equipped for a confrontation.
Totally. Okay, so the branches part, and you begin to head down the long staircase, and you can see the figures now standing, still looking at the lights, and then one of them nudges another one and points at
The
you
flaming
all as you
sword
begin
or
to
axe being walked down at them.
Oh, okay, yeah. At you all as you are coming down, and they take a couple of steps back from the bottom of the stairs.
Hello?
Who are you?
Yeah.
One of them steps forward. He is a tall, strong-looking half-orc with grayish skin and prominent tusks. He has a very large longbow slung on his back, and a glaive, which he has picked up off the ground and is just holding like a staff. He says, "My name is Zuraj Torn."
Hello, Zaraj. Why are you here?
We have orders.
More words?
Durgran Torn, our boss.
And we recognize that name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bajak's dad.
To do what?
Sit here.
Okay.
For protection? To threaten? What?
That's what I kept asking, says the ogre. Told you we should have gotten more clarification, Ziraj.
Are you keeping us in or keeping others out?
We were told to sit here until morning.
And then in morning you will what?
Return to the refinery because our shift will be over.
And you didn't ask questions?
Durgran is the operator of the refinery and my clan's representative in this town. Yes,
so no.
I asked questions. He is not obligated to answer them.
Okay.
How do you know if you're doing the right thing if you don't know if you're keeping us in or them out?
I don't have any orders to keep you in.
Great.
Good.
Great. So you're not intending to attack us?
Why?
Well,
Well, you are standing at the bottom of the entrance to our home with weapons. You can see how
We're sitting out overnight in the middle of Stormreach.
that's one way to interpret it.
on the stairs to our house.
That's where we were told to wait.
Now we get that.
Right. No, I'm
When we got here, we didn't got that.
right. No, I appreciate it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Insight.
Sure. Shade eyes.
I'm gonna keep practicing, y'all. She's gonna eventually figure people out. But it's not tonight. That's a 9.
Some of them look a little confused.
Mood.
well, I think we can leave you all to it then.
Yeah. Good
All
good
right.
night.
Happy hunting.
No, we don't want them to find anything. As we
Yeah.
turn to go back up the stairs. That would
But
would
if
mean
they're-
something came here,
But if there's something to be found, we hope that they find it.
but we hope there's nothing to be found. Right? Am I wrong?
Well, yeah,
Is-
but
is- that's all the
Peaceful
banter
sitting.
exactly.
Hey, Shade, what's your passive perception?
Gulp.
hate you.
Like 18. 18.
As you turn to go, you recall that there is the stairs are built onto what used to be a house with residences that that is now essentially practically entirely engulfed in roots from the grove. You see very, very briefly, just very quickly, just out of the corner of your eye, a small dark shape duck back into one of the windows of the building.
I go into it. I
Shade,
would like
what are
to
you
go
doing?
back down.
Shade kind of leans off the side of the stairs and swings herself down onto the
Slides
building
down.
and into a window.
Shade.
Yeah, no,
What?
I'm good. I'm just checking something real quick.
Ziraj and the others are watching now with interest from the bottom of the stairs. Are your dancing lights still there?
I would not have turned them off.
Okay.
I don't know how long they last.
So you swing yourself into the window, I think a while.
Just a minute.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're gone.
third, yeah.
You swing yourself into the window and you immediately can see nothing.
Oh. Well, it's very dark in here. And I'm good at seeing in the dark, so not cool. Kadric, Bajak, is that you?
I mean, Shade crawled into a building. Ari would be following, presumably Plog too. I'm not going to speak
Ari-
for Colin's character.
Very well.
But-
Both of you can
Ari
make
goes in,
athletics
Bob
checks
will.
to clamber down the wall to clamber down the roots to the window.
If I do hardcore parkour, can it be acrobatics?
You cannot.
8.
Behind him, I'm a 17. However this plays out.
Ari I mean, Ari slips. It's not far enough to harm yourself, but Ari definitely
Ow.
slips and clatters his way down the roots to the ground.
His loose clanging armor.
Yeah. Ari, you feel the ground thump, thump, thump. And then the enormous figure of the ogre is leaning over. You okay?
Just my pride is hurt. Everything else is fine.
You feel a
can
big
hear that.
hand, like a big hand, like grips your chest piece and just heaves you upright. Thumps you on the back.
but thank you.
Is it not? He lets you go.
No.
Sorry.
No, I appreciate the thought. Thank you.
Yeah, Shade, you hear the
Yeah. Thank goodness he announced his arrival. Hey guys, you probably shouldn't come in. I can't see in here.
Probably hear the shuffle of Pog coming through the window. Pog, you can see nothing.
Including my axe aflame.
Correct.
Oh, that's
my dark vision is
terrifying.
very good. So
Is there a ground level
I
entrance
think there's
to this
magic.
building?
There is.
So Ari would go in through the front door and begin heading upstairs.
I
Ari has
Shade.
the Devil's Sight invocation. So
Shade.
Nice.
Yep, I'm here.
Marco.
Ari, as you start moving up the stairs, you are run straight into by Ilya.
hey girl, what you doing?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I should have known. She cast that on me in the race.
12.
Ilya just runs straight into you, and the two of you go clattering down. The Pog and Shade, you hear clattering sounds from somewhere in the darkness. Which
Ilya,
Ilya maintains
Ari.
concentration on.
what are you doing?
Well, right now I am trying to leave, but there are those bulls sitting outside. I was supposed to be home several hours ago.
Were you here keeping an eye on the school?
Of course.
Did Kadric and Bajak come get you and say that we told them to go home and so they sent you to keep an eye out?
No, I was here while you were talking to them.
Noted.
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
She's the best.
That's so good.
So did you hear everything that we said to them?
Of course.
Okay. You should probably go home.
I was sitting in the doorway, like 5 feet behind you.
Okay. Noted. Yeah. Just can you sneak you can sneak past these.
I didn't know why they were here. I was waiting in case one of them needed to be killed.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. Bajak's dad sent them to keep an eye on the school. I think Bajak must have said something to his dad. Does that seem like something Bajak would do, or?
Oh, yes, he is extremely bad at keeping things from his parents.
I can see how that would be both frustrating, but also
It's
a good thing in
compulsive.
situations
He
like
tells them everything.
that. Sounds like a very healthy relationship. How cool for him. My parents died when I no.
What's it like having parents?
All right, yeah, they're here to just keep an eye out. They're not trying to get into the school. They don't mean us any harm. So you can head home. I appreciate it.
All right.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you
I
okay?
figured. I'm stressed and tired, but other than that, yeah. I'm
Also,
fine.
you fell from the branches and then down the stairs.
Yeah, the armor gets in the way sometimes.
I don't know why you wear it. Why do you make it out of metal? It's so loud.
I did not make it, but that I don't have a good answer for you, Ilya. It just keeps people from stabbing me.
There are carapaces of giant insects that roam the jungle. It's so much quieter.
If you want to get me some carapace armor, I will wear that instead. But this is what I have
Noted.
at my disposal right now. Thank you for keeping an eye out on the school.
The two of you can probably hear this quiet conversation coming from a corner of the room, but you're not exactly sure where. Also, you're probably a little uncertain about moving since Pog is carrying a giant flaming axe and neither of you can see each other.
You heard what we told Kadric and Bajak, though, like these things that are coming after us. If you're here, you're in their way.
Yes.
I don't want you to be in their way.
I'm not going to stand in front of it.
You are not Kadric. You are not Bajak. You know what I mean when I say things.
Yes.
Okay. I know that you are more than capable of handling yourself in a fight. If you're caught alone with one of these things, though, one of them almost took out me, Shade, and Pog. Okay?
Well, if those clods at the bottom of the stairs are anything, then I'm not caught alone with it anymore.
I'm not talking about right now, Ilya. I'm talking about 4 hours ago before those clods got here. And you were by yourself in this building.
I was well hidden.
These things are designed to see and find things. Okay?
Make a persuasion check.
27. Your little eyebrows doing their little dances.
I understand your concern.
All I can do is express my concern. What you do with that is up to you.
Correct.
Go home for now. We're safe and we're okay. I appreciate it. Please.
She gets up and steps over you. And
Yeah, I can get up easily in this metal armor. Don't worry about me. As Ari turtles over onto his belly.
the two of you hear clatter, 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 clatter.
I think it's going really good for him right now. He's probably.
And then the darkness goes away, and the room is now lit by Pog's flaming axe.
Hey, you two.
Which is
Welcome to the party.
really, really close to Shade's head.
Really close.
Sorry.
No, glad we didn't move. So
Yes,
Ilya's
it was a
awesome.
choice.
Ilya's great. I'm concerned that she's going to get caught in a situation that's not great, but
She's kind of a scary kid. We can be honest about that, right? She's a little scary.
I know. It's amazing.
It's really good. I'm glad she's for us. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be awful if she wasn't on our side.
I don't think I would know it anymore. She would really kill me.
Maybe we put her in the room with Tommel and just, tell her what Tommel said about her friends when he wanted that map.
Well, you will recall that Ilya's mother
Oh, yeah.
thoroughly
Stormhammer.
murdered a member of
Yeah.
the Stormhammer.
Yeah. And then hung their corpse on a street post.
Yeah.
I did
She's a
not
homie.
Yeah.
remember that immediately. Yes.
She's a homie. Good people.
Gosh, I know. The moon spirits are such good people.
In a very specific way, yes.
Correct. Correct. In the way that good has a lot of meanings.
It's in a very HBO prestige TV series way. Yes, they are very good people. All right. I feel like I'm about halfway to being well rested. So y'all want to head back to the school and get some sleep?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You get up to the branches, and they open for you.
And there are 6 new figures on that side of the branches.
No.
The students watch.
Go
I
to
mean, the
bed.
students are all out on the porch.
Go to bed.
You made a lot of noise.
I know. It's
And
fine.
there was weird, what did you call vibes.
Those two things are unrelated. Go to your rooms.
They subside and go back inside. Well, says Ezri from the roof.
Oh. They're friendly. Well, neutral. They're not here for ill intent.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know, though.
Yeah, Bajak's dad sent them to keep an eye out, and
How is that comforting?
It's
mean-
not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He works for one of the houses.
I know.
So
But-
do we, kind of.
What?
Well,
We're
we work for our own house.
we're trying to be a house. We're working for.
The bad houses, the houses we don't like.
I know.
But Bajak.
I'm sure Bajak told his dad that he's worried about Donabella being here and that something bad is coming for Donabella, and so they're just keeping an eye out for Bajak's friend. There was no they were not trying to keep us here. We were able to leave and walk past them as we wanted, and they
Alright.
weren't trying to get in. And they'll be gone in the morning anyway. So
But they will. I think others will come.
listen, as long as they don't try to stop us from leaving, cool. But
Or attack us.
yes, that would, yeah.
Just-
All right.
Okay, good night again.
Sleepy time, tea in the kitchen, then bed.
Okay. Everyone returning to bed?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Arlo takes over watch. Colin, roll a d20 for Arlo.
It's a 15.
Nice.
Okay. The remainder of sorry. The remainder of your night goes without disruption. You can all take a long rest.
What?
Beautiful, beautiful reset.
Huzzah. I will check that box that says recover 1 level exhaustion.
Yes.
We should have been making all of those rolls with disadvantage. I'm just
Oh,
not
you
realizing.
should have. That's true because of exhaustion. Oh well. It's
Back to
all
the start of last episode. Let's see how the Dragon Hawk conversation goes. Oh boy. We're going to
It's all
die when he flexes his security on us now.
I mean, I did fail a lot of my rolls already, so I feel like I was no insight was gained.
That's fair. Okay. It's morning.
I would wake up probably a little later than normal given the inconsistent nature of the rest, but still head down to the kitchen to help make breakfast.
You find breakfast very much already made by Arabella. It is Ondarian toast. And
How bougie of you.
quite a lot of bacon.
Hallelujah.
Also a very substantial amount of oatmeal. And she's scrambling eggs. And get the impression this has been a gradually expanding breakfast.
Good morning. Coffee?
Over there.
I was offering to make some, but thank you. Great. What can I do to help?
You can carry things into the dining room.
I will do that.
I am also
These potatoes
there
are so
and
hot.
helping.
Well, we had a lot
It's
left
good.
over, so I fried them into cakes.
Delicious.
Yeah,
That's what my
that sounds
dad's
great.
mom does with leftover mashed potatoes the next morning. She fries them into griddle cakes.
It's a good choice.
That sounds delicious. Yeah.
It's real good.
Yeah, Ari starts, taking stuff into the dining room, setting up the table.
Breakfast is served.
Thank you.
Pog will come down, grab a handful of bacon, and then choose to drop about half of it back, take a modest serving before getting oatmeal.
This, ladies and
Whoa.
gentlemen, is what we call a character arc.
So Solarka says that I can't just have bacon for breakfast anymore, so I need to have other things.
Don't know how I feel about your partner trying to change you so much, Pog, but if you're into that, then that's fine.
I think it's that I'm almost dying enough from things that aren't how I eat that I should not make that a thing killing me, she said, something like that. She kissed me after, so I'm just going to do it.
My grandpa always told me bacon was good for the bones, though.
Is it?
Strong bacon, strong bones. That's what he always said.
How is bacon strong?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
I
either
mean-
floppy or brittle, depending on how thoroughly it's cooked.
Got to cut it thick, so it's strong bacon.
I hate it.
This is what you're watching for, folks.
Stupidest thing ever.
I don't even want to watch it. I'm here live. This is terrible. What is happening?
We appreciate y'all.
He was a very deeply troubled man, though. You shouldn't listen to most of his advice. So, how'd everyone sleep other than the 2 a.m. wake up call?
The ocelot was so cranky from me waking it up. I could barely get him to go back to sleep.
I slept well.
Good. I feel refreshed, but
Breakfast is very good, Miss B.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Are you cooking a lot so you don't think about things other than cooking? Is that why all the food? Or are more people coming for breakfast?
I'm glad you like the food, Pog.
Okay.
God, I have to leave this room now. And Ari gets up and walks out of the dining room. Ari goes out onto the porch and kind of like walks far enough to see if he can see if anyone's still at the stairs with his plate.
There is a slightly different collection of figures sitting at the bottom of the stairs.
Ari has a moment and kind of looks over his shoulder and goes back inside. And as he enters the dining room, grabs 6 plates and starts putting food on the plates and does the waiter walk down the stairs.
Make an acrobatics check,
Wow.
Eric.
Yeah, I was honestly going to say, like, I work in a
6
diner.
plates.
6 is no
Dirty
joke.
20.
Wow.
Wow.
That, like,
Somehow,
Good morning, folks.
somehow you do it. I don't know how. Somehow you do. It's telekinesis.
6 is-
It's,
Yeah, he's also got the
it's
telekinesis.
telekinesis. There you go. It's like some of the it looks like you're carrying the plates, but they're just sort of
Yeah.
orbiting you as you
Yeah.
as you come down.
Good morning, folks. Breakfast?
Why not?
Ari hands the plates out.
They take them and eat them. Obviously, very pleased. The ogre that's there just sort of takes it and tilts it up and scrapes it right into his mouth.
My man.
That's very good.
Yeah. How long do you think y'all are going to be hanging out here?
Till the boss says otherwise.
All right. Is the boss just over at the refinery? If I wanted to talk to him?
That's where he usually is.
All right. Cool. Well, appreciate you all hanging out here. And if you need anything, just holler.
All right.
Nari heads back up the stairs.
Another successful interpersonal interaction.
I love their answers so much.
Well, as Ari gets back to the dining room, still at the bottom of the stairs, but now they're fed. So
I guess it's a good thing to keep the people that are sort of protecting us happier. Right? That's
yeah, I mean, they at least
gain their trust a little.
At least make them have some level of positive feelings towards us, as opposed to wholly neutral. The boss told us to be here, even if it's, hey, they make a good breakfast up there, so we don't want them dead. That is something.
Food is important. Okay.
Very important.
That makes sense.
Especially for your bones. That's what Pap said.
Is Thora back?
Yes, Pop.
You haven't seen her?
I'm going to go to her office.
Her office is kind of messy because there was a big machine dropped in the middle of it and then dragged through a kind of small entryway through a bookshelf. But she's not there.
Okay.
Hey, Thora. Where you at?
Good morning, Ari. Not in a very good position to have a conversation right now.
Okie dokie. Well, when you have time to loop us in, loop us in. Otherwise, we'll leave you alone.
Good. Be careful.
Will do. So, are we just going to hang out until she gets back, or
when is our meeting with?
Yeah,
Daine?
what time is our meeting?
I really didn't want to leave the place without her back.
I mean, we have the people at the bottom of the stairs now, at least, and Ilya's definitely going to be lurking around somewhere. So
that does make me feel better.
I wonder. No, I don't want to put anyone else in unnecessary danger. We can't control Torrens people, so that's that. But I don't want to ask anyone else to come here that isn't already bought into this. So we could ask Daine to come here just so we don't have to leave the school. I mean, I don't know what his deal is with not wanting to come here, but
yeah.
I mean, wouldn't we still have to meet him to then get him here? So
I mean, one of us could go get him, like, while the rest of us stay here.
So I can't be sure, but I think I might be why Daine doesn't want to come back here.
More words, please.
After he had that fight with Miss Thora, I went to the sword and sheath, and I told him that he was bad for our house, and that if he was going to keep not being good for our house, he should stay away. is what I wanted to say, but I might not have talked words that good. So I will go and get him, because if I'm the reason, he'll probably say no if somebody else says that I said it was okay.
Got enough blood?
Oh yeah, I got all my blood
Okay.
back. Yep. I feel like I have all my blood back.
Okay. I mean, I'm good with staying here and keeping an eye on the kids and stuff while you go get Daine. Shade, what are your feelings about that?
I don't love it just being Pog and Daine. It took 3 of us to fight off that monster. I think there should be 3 of us together at a time.
I mean, Pog could get Solarka on the way. Because if the monster come here, then it's just me and Esri in terms of capable combatants in the house. So the numbers mean that it's just 2 either way without bringing someone else into it.
Oh. We don't think Arlo is good at fighting.
I know Arlo's not good at fighting. He's good at many things, but he is a thinker, not a fighter.
Too bad.
Shade, I would rather have you here in case something happens where the kids are in danger.
The school is more important than any one of us.
The thought of you asking Solarka to be a part of that, though, that just puts her in danger.
I agree.
I wouldn't make her by any means. I don't think I could. I don't get so in control when I'm around her. No, but if it got me, she could come back and tell you that it got me.
Well, that would be awful news for her to have to deliver.
Here's the other thing, though. Pog's going to be walking the streets of Stormreach. If a monster attacks, there's going to be lots of people around to see that happening. And yell and scream and run and etc. to raise attention. So I think Pog walking across the city by himself is okay. Because it would be a very obvious attack. It's not like he's under the city. Like we were.
He hates under the city.
He
would not choose to go
Super
there.
not a fan. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, the kids need protection.
Yeah.
Okay, but Pog, if you get in trouble, you should yell.
I'll probably just use the rock, but yes, I will.
Well, yeah.
Yell into the rock.
Oh.
Right.
Cool. All right. Well, hopefully we will see you back here soon.
Okay. Pog stands up, finishes his coffee, and heads out.
Okay. Ezri's vines open for you, and come down the stairs. The group from the Thrash refinery watch you come down. But
Gentlemen.
make no. As you're walking away, you hear one of them go, "I think that was the Kolos Crusher." Pog, make a perception check.
Famously very good. 11.
Okay. Are you heading straight to the Wavecrest Tavern, which is down in the harbor, or are you going elsewhere first?
I'm going to Solarka.
Okay. So you're
It
gonna go
helps
back.
that it was the group's idea, but she has not been filled in since that attack, and so we have things to be informed of.
So you head the other way. into the marketplace. And are not stopped at any point. You arrive at Black Iron. You can see, in general, the same stuff as yesterday. Lots of construction going on. And you can see Hular working in the forge with his sons and Solarka.
Good morning, Mr. Hular.
Morning, Pog.
Good morning, Solarka.
Good morning, Pog.
Can we talk real quick? I might need some help if you have a second or an hour.
Those are
Maybe.
very different.
I need one for sure. I might get the other depending on how the seconds go.
All right. She hands her task off to the ogre. That's the newest employee at the shop.
The brothers jeer at Pog. No hello for us, Pog.
Hi guys, I'm distracted. I have.
This is why we like chicken leg more.
I get that a lot.
Solarka steps away from the forge with you. Is everything all right?
No. It's very dangerous right now. Specifically for us. There's a whole lot of story and a lot of different people involved, but all of that together is that House Cannith has developed, they're calling them a robot. It's like a machine that hunts down people like us at the school, and it either captures or kills them because they want us. They want us all. And we have had to lock the school down, and everyone is very nervous and anxiety, and we don't know what's going to happen next. But we fought one of them here in the city and only barely beat it. And so we're keeping everyone very close by. And you remember Daine? We've talked about Daine. He's back, and I think I word talked bad, and he's not coming to the house to meet with us, and we need him to. So I have to go and get him to see if he can help us, and probably go kill all of the robo machine bots, and then maybe destroy a facility. But there's just a lot, Solarka. It's bad right now.
I can see that.
We're trying to make sure that the school is the most safest of places, and so I have to go and meet with Daine so that not all of the strike force leaves the house. And we all felt better about asking if you would go with me in case one of the machines is here and finds me on the trip there and back home. Not to be dangerous, but to help if something were to happen.
Of course. If you need me, yes.
Thank you.
Let me get my things.
Yes.
She goes back into the forge, goes into a back room, and comes back out with her glaive. She walks over to her father, says something, leans up and kisses him on the cheek, and then comes out of the forge.
While she's away, Pog will use the communicator to just say, Solarka's going to join me to go in and talk to Daine.
Good. Great.
Okay.
And we head there.
Fair enough. So turning around, you head back to the through Cross again, and over to the harbor. So a good deal of the harbor is still underwater. But being Stormreach, the city bounces back fast, and people have put out essentially boardwalks across parts of the harbor that are still flooded, and there are a number of locations in the harbor that have clearly been rebuilt but not relocated. Oh, hang on. Kelly and Rose are back, so the dogs are going to be loud.
That is the return home excitement sound.
Oh, that was remarkably tame. Okay. Where you're heading to is a location that you absolutely know well, all of you would. It is definitely an attraction of Stormreach, and anyone who visits Stormreach visits the Wavecrest Tavern. The Wavecrest Tavern is famous for a lot of things. The thing that people know it best for, aside from generally good food and drink, is it hosts a weekly arm wrestling competition that is well attended and participated in. It would be extremely unsurprising for Pog to have tested himself in the arm wrestling competition at some point in the past.
Yep.
When you come in, there is it's early, so there's not much of a crowd yet. You can see Daine sitting at a table with a handful of people around him in one corner, and a really big guy across from him, and they have their hands locked, and someone lifts their hands off of their clasped hands, and they begin struggling as the people around them gradually cheer.
There he is.
Ah, yes. Is he the big one or the sort of
The one that's doing better
rakishly
than you'd
handsome
think.
looking one?
I guess that one, because he's not the big
one. Daine starts losing for a moment, and then you see the sort of purple-pink nimbus of force start to gather around his fist.
Cheater.
As he works his way back, and then slams the
Is
other
it
guy's
cheating
fist down.
to use
I
your
mean, I don't know the
resources?
rules. I mean,
I think it would only matter if you declared before. Like,
in the contest of strength, using magic seems to be cheating in my mind. But
Is it magic, or is it an innate ability of Daine?
find out on
well,
KSA.
then all sorcerers wouldn't be considered magic because it's a native part of who they are. So,
Just saying.
We're being very pediatric right now.
Daine gets up laughing. The other guy stands up and squares off and says, "How'd you do that?" Daine grins at him and says, "Look, nobody likes to lose, but asking questions, demanding explanations, seems like the sort of thing you should be asking yourself, friend. Not why'd I win? Why'd you lose?" You see the man's fists clench hard. Daine, continuing to square up with him, clenches his fists, and one of the guy's friends lays a hand on his arm, and draws his attention down where you can see the power swirling around Daine's fist like pink flames, licking up his forearm. And Daine says, "Can go that way."
Pog will walk up and pat the other big guy's shoulder and go, "It only gets worse from here."
Make an intimidation check. With advantage. Daine would be helping, I suppose.
17.
The guy looks to you, sees your mark, looks at Daine, scowls, and then jerks his arm out away from you, and stalks out.
It's an interesting day to pick a fight, Daine.
There you go, spoiling my fun. Daine sits back down and pulls a plate back in front of him.
I'm the only one that's coming right now. You're gonna need to come back to us.
You walked in with that Goliath lady.
Yes, this is Solarka. Solarka, this is Daine.
I thought that might be Solarka.
Gonna keep going. You should come back to the house with me because we're not trying to have anybody leave right now.
Should I? Aren't I a source of division and trouble whenever I come around the house?
You have been. Are you today?
Well, my opinions haven't altered significantly in the interim. So am I coming to have another fruitless argument about methods?
Pog's gonna pull the chair up and sit across from Daine.
They make a grand omelet here.
I'm trying to eat a little better these days. And we'll pull the chair for Solarka to
Good for you.
Invite her to sit.
She sits down and orders an omelet.
I don't think that I was all that clear because when I get emotions, I use words worse than normal. And
sounds like a universal condition, Pog.
See, I'm calm right now and I don't know those words, but it didn't sound like disagreement. So
it happens to everyone.
That I get. Yes. More for me because words are bad all the time. So,
all right.
I want to try to be very clear here. We were not all together in being in disagreement with you. The way that our house was after the argument became an argument is what was not good. We're pretty good at talking, but we're very bad at word fighting. And that's why the house, in my opinion, and why I said to you, didn't need you coming around for more of that. And I may have worded that you shouldn't come back. But we don't think you're bad. I don't think you're bad. I just don't like the fighting when we don't agree. That's what I didn't want to come back. And if I used the words bad, then I am sorry. Because you have been good and we didn't all disagree with you.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. In my experience, putting off an argument just to avoid having the argument it only results in things getting worse. But
I don't disagree. But with fights, not with arguments. I don't do a lot of arguments. But anyway.
that too. In any case, with your permission, I'll accompany you back to the manor.
Please. We also have breakfast from Miss B back there, so you might want to save some room because she did cook a very good breakfast. I had the oatmeal.
Solarka smiles at you.
How you get weak bones?
Years in his ear. the Ari on his shoulder telling him to break the diet.
Daine finishes his food, and then and
as we
Solarka
stand,
has her
Pog
omelet,
would
and then
extend his arm to shake Dane's hand and say, It is good to see you, Daine.
Daine grips Pog's hand and shakes it. It's good to see you too, Pog. It's good to be back in the city. I haven't been around a while.
You have missed some things.
That's what I hear. Well, shall we?
Yes. To Solarka, you are obviously welcome to come back to the house if you want. More of us together now might be worse danger if we're thinking about the worst case. So however you want to do.
If there is danger, I am coming back to the house.
Pog's going to reach out to take her hand and begin the walk.
Daine follows you. As you're walking, as you're going along, Daine sidles up to you. Can you think of a reason why we're being tailed by 4 drow?
Before you finish that sentence, there were a lot of reasons. Them in particular, it's probably okay. Pog is going to turn in stride to see if they shy away from him noticing.
Make a perception check.
What drow?
Natural
Crazy
20.
man. Hey, those drow.
For a 21. Because I don't perceive things.
You see moving along the opposite slope of a couple of roofs. There is a drow moving, keeping low on either side of the road you're moving down, of the street you're moving down. You spot another that is standing in the shadows, and then as you walk on, just sort of fades out of sight, and then is present sitting in another shadow. And also, there's a fair-sized black hunting cat that's moving along an alley and clearly watching you.
I don't think there's any good reasons why they're following us.
Right, so we should pick a place to turn and face him.
That seems right. I'm going to explain over the communicator while still calmly walking to Ari and Shade the situation surrounding me.
Do you not think it's just the moon spears?
Do I recognize any of them as moon spheres? Or from the clan?
You know what?
I am
With a
tattooed.
natural 20,
I've
yes,
partied with these people.
you do recognize some of the markings on them, including a very faint gray pattern on the cat, on the black fur of the cat, as moon spear tattoos.
Yep. So I had to kind of cross my eyes to be how I was that night.
Sure.
Yep. He says into the communicator to Ari. Yes, never good. Yep. We're just a little nervous out here.
Totally understandable. That's why we're here. Yep.
The not good reason, Daine, is we are super in danger, but these are our people. They are also good.
All right.
I think this is an escort and not a following.
Right. Well, as long as you know what they're up to, that's good enough.
I rarely know what I'm up to, but I know who I trust.
Fair enough. Coming through Cross, you are approaching the stairs when, again, Daine just catches your arm. Yeah, just walks his head right into a street
Straight
post.
into a lamp hole.
Idiot.
Oh! Sorry, I was distracted. I was about to tell you there's trouble. Hey, who are they? That you at the foot of your stairs. One of them's definitely got the mark of finding.
Yep. We did not ask these people for help either, but they were sent to their version of protect. We're okay. They're just not letting people that shouldn't be in.
You're letting one of the houses watch your door?
Daine, and I can't stress this enough. Things are weird right now.
Well, I do not like that.
That's not a bad feeling, but this is a situation of bigger feelings, I think.
All right.
Somebody said something about enemy of enemies, and I think it mattered here, but maybe you know.
Right, yeah. All right.
Gentlemen,
A nod.
I'd like to look around. Did they stack the plates from breakfast that Ari brought them? Are they there?
Yes, they are. They are there and stacked.
Okay. Pog will pick those up. How much time do you have left on your shift, gentlemen?
We're here till midday.
Okay. Well, I hope it's super boring in the safe way.
Understood.
Take the plates and head up.
And you ascend the stairs. The gates open, and you're able to come into the house. Where are we holding this meeting?
The Strike Force table, right? Like, I mean, that's why the table exists, right?
Fair enough. You ascend the stairs. Daine walks up to the table, looks at it. It's a nice table.
It's good, right? It's really good. Yeah.
Strike Force. I like that.
Thank you. We're pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Guys.
Northern spelling, too.
I just thought we were clever. Guys, we're at the strike table.
Yeah.
All right.
Shade shows up.
Are there assigned seats? Is there a seat I should not take?
We should talk about that sometime, but I don't feel like today's the day for that. So maybe,
Fair enough.
maybe just wherever.
Daine sits down at one
Ari.
end of the table.
Ari comes up the main stairs of the house. Daine?
Ari. Wow,
Yeah.
a lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
Not as big of a problem as you would think, given everything, but yeah.
Well, I have the impression that you have acquired some strange allies.
We have indeed.
That helps. Sometimes necessary.
Before we get into anything else, or sorry, if you were about to call the episode, then I'll shut up.
I was going to say hi to Shade.
Hi. We do have allies.
Yes. Speaking of allies, where's Forge?
In Sharn.
Okay. Just want to make sure they were okay.
They're just fine. Been tangled up there. Haven't had time to deal with things outside of Corvair for a few weeks now. Well, I suppose you best tell me what all this is about. And that is where I call the episode. Thank you all so much.
Many things to tell.
Indeed.
We're not done talking yet.
Does the name Arandis Vol mean anything to you, Daine? Because I also got some juicy goss there.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so at links in the description down below, where you'll find links to our Discord, to the Geek Pantheon YouTube channel, where Eric posts RPG videos, and to Colin's Twitch, where he's sorry BTR, the O is a 0.
Sorry, Twitch. Colin, BTR. The O is a 0.
Nope. that won't. Don't do that. I don't know what that guy's about. New episodes of Khyber Shards are on Monday. New episodes of Khyber Shards Answers are most Fridays. And until next time,
Thanks for rolling with us.
Got him.